evening, friends. It's Susie from Ruby Rose Reborns, and I'm here with the twins again, and it's a Babidu night. We're going to change them into their little Babidu twin outfits that I've had for a while, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, but now's the night. And I'm also going to do Wendy at Weebie Dolls 7-question tag. I've been wanting to do this for a while and haven't had a chance, and so now tonight's the night. And it's a great tag. It really is. So I am anxious to do it, and I've enjoyed everybody's answers that they've given to these so far. It's a great tag. And like she said herself, these questions have been asked before, but you know what? It doesn't matter because there's so many. We all have so many new subscribers that haven't heard these things from us, and it's always fun to hear them again. Never get sick of these topics. And I'm going to start with Cooper here to change him first, and I'll show you his Babidu outfit that I got back in the summer. And I love it. It's a gray, it's a gray, and it's a romper, and it's newborn size, so it's going to fit him perfect. And these have little brown buttons on them, and it has stars here and stars on the cuffs. And you know, this material is just beautiful. Babidu really makes beautiful clothing for babies. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to change him while I start answering the tag. And the first question is, the first reborn, what was your first reborn and what sculpt, and do you still have it? Well, my first reborn was 9 years ago, and it was actually a Behringer doll. And some of you out there will remember that that's what the very first reborns were. They were actually Behringer babies that you got. You could get them at Walmart or whatever, and then they were taken apart, and their body was taken off, and then they reborned. They painted the. You're so precious. Yes, you are. They painted the limbs and the head, and some people were able to actually root the heads, and now this vinyl was very hard. And some people put wigs on them. Well, my daughter and I had discovered reborns because we both collected Marie Osmond dolls, and she occasionally did a QVC special where she introduced her new dolls, and we loved to watch that. So we did. We were watching that, and at the very last doll that she introduced a reborn, and I don't even remember who the artist was, but I think there was 12. It was an edition of 12. It was $1,000. My friend actually did get her, and oh my gosh, if you saw what's a reborn then compared to now, you just would blow your mind, especially for $1,000. Anyway, so this really intrigued us, and we got on eBay and saw that people were actually reborning. Now, this is going to be funny because, you know, when you go on eBay now, you look in the reborn section and you're looking at thousands of reborns. Back then, it was 300 to 400. And some of them were very good. Anyway, I found one I really liked, and it was a Behringer, and she had a wig, but she was beautiful. And she had rooted eyelashes. No, she didn't have. She was not a sleeper. Anyway, so my daughter got one, and I got one, and they both were the same sucky face sculpt, and they were open eyes. A very, very cute face. And I think I paid $154, and at that time that seemed like quite a bit of money to be spending on a doll then. They weren't quite that expensive. Oh, before I go, here's some of these cute gray knitted booties, and Suzanne from Suzanne's Baby did these for me, and we're going to put these on Mr. Precious here. Anyway, so that was my first reborn. No, I do not still have her. She was on a body that at that time they didn't even have 3/4 bodies. They had 3/4 limbs. Most of them were 1/4 limb. They were just starting to come out with the 3/4 limb. So she had 1/4 limb, which meant she had to wear long sleeves and long pants or tights all the time. And she was a darling baby. She had a beautiful wig, and I did really like her. But I had no problem selling her. I sold her for about what I paid for her, about a year later, when my daughter and I started reborning ourselves, and when they stopped doing those 1/4 limb babies. Anyway, and they branched into kits, and you didn't have to do them off of a doll. So, no, that was my first one. Second question, what do others think of your hobby? Well, this is a good question. I have a lot of support. I think because I am a reborn artist, it helps as well, because they know that, oh, you're an artist, you make some money off of this too, and all that kind of thing. And they knew that I like to collect dolls, period. My son, he actually bought me a beautiful Marie Osmond porcelain doll, and it was a little baby toddler doll, I guess you'd call it. She was, I think, 20 inches sitting down. She was gorgeous. It was the Material Girls collection. And sorry about that, baby. I get you all. So they knew I liked dolls and liked to collect them, and then I liked to paint them. So they've really had no problem with my family. They've always been really supportive. My friends think it is cool. I've made dolls for some of my friends, and other than that, I just really don't talk to people about it. And the only people I talk to about it or share really is you guys. So here's the other Babidu outfit. If I can get a good thing of that. This is for Camille, and has little pleats in the front and this darling tulle pattern collar, and the matching little tulle. I'll bring that up so you can see the tree there. The tulle has a little bunny on there. Pants. So she's going to wear that. They're going to look so cute in that. Okay, number 3. Do you prefer to dress fancy outfits or comfy sleepers? Well, I'm not. I rarely, if ever, dress my dolls in sleepers. Most of them are outfits, and I do like the fancy outfits, but they need to be for baby fancy outfits, so they're soft. I don't like a lot of lace and all that kind of stuff, because I guess I know, it's going to scratch the baby, even though these aren't babies. One of my 6 babies, or my 4 daughters, scratchy outfits were not fun. So, and I like real baby clothes. I'm not big on dressing my reborns in handmade items that might, not that I have anything against it, but I don't like any kind of scratchy lace or anything like that. But I do love Babidu, and I do like Gymboree, and I'm far more prone to fancier outfits for my bigger babies, like Ricky and Charlotte and Emma than I am for the little babies. I hope that made sense. Anyway, number 4, do you prefer rooted hair or painted? Well, that kind of all depends, because I do have rooted hair in my nursery mostly, and I do have painted. And we have a good example here. Oh, you look adorable in this, my sweetheart. We have a good example here with Camille and Cooper. Camille, she has the rooted hair, and Cooper, he has the painted hair, as you can see. And the artist did Cooper's hair beautifully for painted hair. And I think I'm just going to focus on that a little bit. I think that is the clue to all of this, is if the painted hair is done well. And this painted hair happens to be done very well. And he's got the little soft baby things right here, and then he has very realistic hair back here that's thicker, and then thicker on the sides, and all of this. And Finn and Oliver also had painted hair, and I ordered them to have painted hair. I got that. I painted them, but I had Mandy from Chrysalis Reborns, I had her do their painted hair, and you've seen that. And she did a beautiful, beautiful job. And so rooted hair, I love rooted hair, and I probably always would prefer rooted hair just because sometimes it looks more realistic. But the key is, of course, how well it's done. And that, to me, is, a very, very important in getting my dolls, is that the hair, if it's going to be rooted, it's well done. If it's going to be painted, it's well done. And little Miss Camille's rooted hair is beautiful. She just did a gorgeous, gorgeous job on that. And we're going to brush her hair out a little bit so we can put her little headband in, and then we can just chat. Okay, so 5. Do you prefer open eyes or sleepers? Well, I would say I always prefer open eyes because I interact better with them. But you know what? That was really until I got these two. I've had sleepers before, and they were darling, but I wasn't that, keen on them, and ended up selling them later on. But you know what? I love these two. The Levi Sculpt. I just, being little tiny babies, I don't think I want a sleeper that's a big baby. However, I say that, and there's some really big babies out there that I just think are gorgeous that are sleepers. And one is Evelyn by Cassie Brace. That is just a darling, darling sculpt as a sleeper. But as probably with the littler babies, I always prefer, if I'm going to do a sleeper, it's going to be little like this. And for a long time, I wasn't even really interested in getting a sleeper until I got this little guy, Cooper. And then I couldn't resist getting Camille. I mean, I wanted both of them. But Levi sometimes is hard to make into a girl. So with Camille's beautiful hair, I knew it wouldn't be a big deal at all. So, yes, I can't even imagine them with being awake. So let's put your little headband on. Oh, that is so cute. Yes, ma'am. And there they are. Oh, I love these outfits. They are so cute. So these are Camille and Cooper in their Babidu twin outfits. for one for the little girl and one for the little boy. I'm going to turn Cooper around maybe a little bit better so you can see the front of his outfit. And we'll put Camille up here so you can see hers. Oh, I'm just so pleased. Okay, so then we have number 6. Do you prefer to order customs or to buy it now? Well, that's a good question. What I have left in my... I just guess it depends on the doll. It depends on 2 things. Depends on the doll and it depends on the artist. And in my nursery right now, I have Harvey, which you know, Harvey Walter, and he is one that I painted 9 years ago. We know that story. And then I have Charlotte, which was painted by my daughter and rooted by me. So she is collaboration. And then I have 2 customs, both by Paris Alley, Crystal Wynn, which I've always loved her work. I've always admired her work. So I knew I was going to get she's expensive, but she's a master artist, and we already had a video on that. And so Emma Louise and Ricky are both customs that I ordered. And Ricky, I pretty much just kind of said, I want blonde hair and you do your thing. And she was beautiful. But Penny or Emma, I had very specific things I wanted. I wanted her to have dark hair, and I did not want it to be long and curly. You know, I wanted it to be very short and babyish, you know, and dark brown. And I got exactly what I wanted, so I was very happy. So I have 2 customs there. And then these 2 I bought in a buy it now situation. I bought them both from Doll Fan. And Cooper, he's from the artist Deborah's Dolls. I think that's it. Anyway, she's been around for a long time. She does beautiful job. If I was to get an Evelyn, I probably would go to her to get the Evelyn, because I love how she paints. I love the detail. Nothing did I have to do to this baby to make him right. And so I got him, and I got a very good deal on him from a friend on Doll Fan. And after getting him, I wanted a little girl, so I got Camille. And I had seen Christina of Christina's Reborns that lives in Australia, and she's up to 5 Levi's now. And I thought, wow, she's having, at that time, she had 4. I thought, that's no big deal for me to have 2. And so Claudette Davis did Camille, and I got her. So I bought both of these online from a buy it now situation, but not off of eBay yet. And I have 2 customs, and I have 2 that I did. So I guess that answers the question. It all depends to me on who the artist is and who the artist. Yes, that's it. It all depends on the sculpt and the artist. And if I was flipping through eBay and I saw buy it now and it was something I was looking for, I would have bought either one of these on eBay to buy it now. Okay. The last question. What positive things has this hobby brought you to your life? Well, right away, I'm going to say new friends. Wonderful friends that I've made in England, in Australia, across the United States. just all over the place has been opened up a whole new world, really. And being able to get acquainted with everybody, having my subs, my subscribers, and just having fun. I look forward to doing the videos. It helps me to interact with the dolls instead of just collecting the dolls, putting them on the shelf or whatever. I actually have something to do with the dolls. And that I truly, really love. Doing and interacting with everybody. So, that's it. I've answered all 7 questions. I've changed my 2 kids. They look so adorable. Back out just a little bit more. Just laying there being so peaceful. And so, when I come back in a few days, I'm going to do a review on Tink. I just got that kit. I'll show you up close and personal Tink. She's actually a custom order for another YouTuber. And so I have her, and she's very cute. And I'll give you a little update on my daughter, Katie. All of you have been so supportive with that. And we went back on Monday for her follow-up. And things weren't as we expected. We just expected that it wasn't chronic and, you know, she was going to get over this. But things have changed, and I will update you on that. And we'll do a review of Tink. And also, I wanted to let you know that I had a few requests about doing a tutorial on the pacifiers that I make that have the pouch in the back that you can change the polarizations just by removing the magnet. And I am going to do a tutorial on that in the next couple of weeks. So those of you who are asking about that, I just want to let you know. And I am going to sign off now. And thank you, Wendy, for doing this tag. It was fun. And thank you, everybody, for stopping by and visiting. And I really appreciate it. So, bye now. I just got that kit. I'll show you up close and personal Tink. She's actually a custom order for another YouTuber. And so I have her, and she's very cute. And I'll give you a little update on my daughter, Katie. All of you have been so supportive with that. And we went back on Monday for her follow-up. And things weren't as we expected. We just expected that it wasn't chronic and, you know, she was going to get over this. But things have changed, and I will update you on that. And we'll do a review of Tink. And also, I wanted to let you know that I had a few requests about doing a tutorial on the pacifiers that I make that have the pouch in the back that you can change the polarizations just by removing the magnet. And I am going to do a tutorial on that in the next couple of weeks. So those of you who are asking about that, I just want to let you know. And I am going to sign off now. And thank you, Wendy, for doing this tag. It was fun. And thank you, everybody, for stopping by and visiting. And I really appreciate it. So, bye now.